Hey TBL, here with the second part of Monday's workout. After we've completed the first couplet, we now start with 5 kettlebell swings. If we do have a kettlebell swing available to us, that's great. If not, we have an alternative movement in the glute bridge, okay? So I'll break down the 2 movements for you and kind of show you what that looks like. So if we have a kettlebell available to us, what we want to focus on is space permitting. We can focus on a Russian kettlebell swing, which is going to be up to just eye level, or an American kettlebell swing all the way up and overhead, working on a good overhead position, okay? Space permitting is not allowed down here for me to go overhead, so I'll give you guys the Russian kettlebell swing in the demonstration. And the big emphasis here is just the opening and closing of the hips. We really want to focus on exploding the hips, driving them open, and just really generating all the power we can from the opening and closing of the hips. Okay, so the kettlebell swing, bending the knees slightly, and then again, it's the opening and closing, it's the hinging of the hips. It's what's going to drive this kettlebell. So in that demonstration, not too much moves. It's all in the hips, it's all in the driving. So as I close my hips, I'm loading up my hamstrings, I'm driving those hips forward, creating that momentum, that drive. And that's important as we go into the cleans, the snatch, the deadlift, being able to understand our hips and what we need them to do. So it's very important you use those hips in the drive for the kettlebell swing. So now we'll break it down into the glute bridge. This variation of the glute bridge, as we extend our hips, as we drive our hips open, we are going to be raising the arms overhead. That's going to simulate having a kettlebell and driving the arms overhead like we normally would. So with that glute bridge, hands down by our hips, as I drive my hips up, arms are going overhead, back down. And that right there is the glute bridge variation of it. So we start with 5 reps of the kettlebell swing or 5 glute bridge extensions with the arms going overhead. And then we go into 5 thrusters. Thrusters. You can use a barbell. You can use an odd object. You can use a broomstick, a PVC pipe, a lacrosse stick if you got one. Anything that you could use for a thruster. We're really just looking here for the front squat with the press overhead as we finish the front squat. My odd object today, I do have barbells available. I just want to show you guys a variation of it. I'm going to be using part of a rig, cross member. So my odd object here is a cross member for a rig. I focus on a good overhead position or a good front rack position. I finish that front squat, pressing that overhead. Step back for you. Try not to hit this light. If we don't have a bar, if we don't have a PVC pipe, if we want to add some weight, we don't have a barbell, we can do single arm thrusters. We can do kettlebell thrusters, whatever you have available to you. Again, just focusing on the front squat with the overhead press. So again, it's 5 thrusters, or 5 kettlebell swings, 5 thrusters, 10 kettlebell swings or glute bridges, 10 thrusters, 15, 15, 20, 20, 25, 25, done. All right, if you guys get any questions, feel free to reach out to us. shoot us a message. Any questions are always welcomed. All right, good luck, guys, and let us know how you did.